Brazil is in mourning. A horrific plane crash has claimed the lives of 61 people. The Voepass flight went down near São Paulo, leaving no survivors. The tragedy sent shockwaves throughout the country. Images of the wreckage quickly spread on social media, a stark reminder of the fragility of life. The crash happened on a Friday afternoon. The flight was headed to Guarulhos in São Paulo state. It originated in Cascavel in Paraná state. The plane was a Voepass ATR 72-200 turboprop. Emergency responders rushed to the scene. They were met with a devastating sight. The plane had crashed in a remote area, making access difficult. The news of the crash brought immediate grief and disbelief. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva expressed his condolences. He declared 3 days of national mourning for the victims. The Voepass flight took off without incident. Passengers settled in for what should have been a routine flight, but within an hour, tragedy struck. Flight data showed a sudden drop in altitude. The plane plummeted 17,000 feet in just 1 minute. What caused this sudden descent remains a mystery. Eyewitnesses described a harrowing scene. They saw the plane spiraling downwards. It crashed into the ground with a deafening roar. The impact created a massive fireball that could be seen for miles. The crash site was a scene of utter devastation. The plane was completely destroyed upon impact. The remote location added to the challenges faced by rescuers. Investigators are now faced with the daunting task of determining what went wrong. The recovery of the black boxes is crucial. These devices record flight data and cockpit audio. Analyzing the black boxes will hopefully reveal the sequence of events. Experts will be looking for any signs of mechanical failure. They will also be analyzing pilot actions and communications. The investigation will be complex and challenging. The wreckage is extensive. Weather conditions at the time of the crash will also be considered. Authorities are asking for patience. Getting definitive answers will take time. Their goal is to prevent a similar tragedy from ever happening again. Section 4. Aftermath and support picking up the pieces. The aftermath of the crash has been heartbreaking. Families of the victims are struggling to cope with their loss. They are desperate for answers. Voepass has pledged its full support to the families. The airline is providing counseling services and financial assistance. The company is also cooperating fully with the investigation. The Brazilian government is also offering support. President Lula da Silva has promised a thorough investigation. He wants to ensure that such a tragedy never happens again. The process of identifying the victims is ongoing. This is a difficult and painstaking process. DNA testing is being used to help identify remains. Section 5. The ATR 72, a history of safety concerns. The plane involved in the crash was an ATR 72-200. This type of aircraft has a history of safety concerns. It has been involved in several fatal accidents worldwide. Some aviation experts have raised concerns about the ATR 72's design. Others have pointed to maintenance issues as potential factors in past accidents. However, it's important to note that the ATR 72 is certified by international aviation authorities. It is used by airlines around the world. The cause of this specific crash remains under investigation. The investigation will examine the maintenance records of the aircraft. It will also look into the training and experience of the flight crew. All aspects of the flight will be scrutinized. Section 6. Remembering the victims, a nation united in grief. As Brazil mourns this tragedy, the focus remains on the victims. They were mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters. They were friends, colleagues, and loved ones. Their lives were cut short tragically. The nation is united in grief. Vigils have been held across the country. People are gathering to remember those lost and offer support to their families. This tragedy is a stark reminder of the preciousness of life. It is a time for reflection and for coming together as a nation. The memories of those lost will live on in the hearts of their loved ones.